Hello everyone. Today we have started a new initiative in which we will discuss top prelim topics from the news. If I talk about top prelim topics from the news, then it will cover the Hindu, Indian Express, and PIB as well. So I will take few topics from these sources which will cover only your prelims exam. So if I talk about top prelim topics, then our first topic is brain fog. So brain fog क्या होता है? So brain fog is a mental deficiency which is seen in news recently. So mental deficiency ये किसके कारण हो रहा है? ये माना जा रहा है कि ये जो हम एक्सेस यूज करते हैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस का, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गैजेट्स का, लाइक मोबाइल फोन्स, लैपटॉप्स, इसकी वजह से ये डेफिशिएंसी ज्यादा हो रही है लोगों में। और अगर देखा जाए इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस के यूज का, तो कोविड-19 के बाद ये यूज काफी बढ़ा। वर्क फ्रॉम होम की जो सिचुएशन है ये ज्यादा बढ़ी थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड, जिसके कारण इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस का यूज बढ़ा। अगर बात करी जाए डाटा यूजेस की, तो इंडिया इज वन ऑफ द टॉप कंट्री। इंडिया इज रैंक 1। सो यू कैन सी कि इंडिया में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस का यूज जो है वो किस तरह से बढ़ रहा है। तो डाटा यूज में भी हम टॉप कर रहे हैं और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस के यूज में भी टॉप पे है कंट्री। बट इट लेड टू व्हाट? इट लेड टू डिजीज लाइक ब्रेन फॉग। सो ब्रेन फॉग ज्यादातर स्ट्रेस के कारण, लैक ऑफ स्लीप के कारण, हार्मोनल चेंजेस के कारण, nutritional deficiency medication, and sometimes due to underlying disease like anemia as well as diabetes, इसके कारण भी ब्रेन फॉग होने को मिलता है। बट इसको जो एक तरह से पुल कर रहा है वो क्या चीज कर रही है? दैट इज योर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस। इन सभी चीजों के कारण स्ट्रेस, लैक ऑफ स्लीप, हार्मोनल चेंजेस काफी बढ़ रहे हैं, एंड दिस इनडायरेक्टली लेड टू ब्रेन फॉग like disease. So it is what? It is a cognitive dysfunction involving problem like lack of mental clarity and poor concentration. So your concentration will be poor, your focus will be low, you will not be able to remember the things. So this is all happened due to brain fog. So if I talk about next topic, the next topic is solar eclipse. So firstly, you have to consider a statement which is true. So if I talk about first statement, then what is the first statement? First statement is an annular eclipse happened when the moon is farthest from the earth. तो जब मून और अर्थ की जो दूरी है वो ज्यादा होती है तो हमें क्या देखने को मिलता है? एनुलर एक्लिप्स देखने को मिलता है। दिस स्टेटमेंट इज राइट। सो तीन तरह के आपके सोलर एक्लिप्स होते हैं। एक होता है पार्शियल, एक होता है एनुलर और एक होता है टोटल। सो इट डिपेंड अपॉन द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन अर्थ एंड मून। अर्थ और मून के बीच में क्या डिस्टेंस है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग सोलर एक्लिप्स देखने को मिलता है। द मेन हैजर्ड्स टू द आई from very intense sunlight during solar eclipse, are from infrared radiation, UV radiation, and excessive visible light, especially blue light. So this statement is also true. If I talk about solar eclipse, then how it happened, how it occurred. So solar eclipse occurred when moon comes between sun and earth. So if it is a earth, this is a sun. If moon comes between earth and sun, so it block the light of sun to the earth. So this phenomena is called as solar eclipse. So in this way, moon has two parts. One is called as central region, which is called as umbra, and outer region, which is called as penumbra. And depending upon the distance of moon and earth during the event, different solar eclipse you can observe. And what are these? First is partial, second is annular, and third is total. So how partial solar eclipse observed? When moon does not align completely with the sun, and so only a portion of sunlight is blocked from reaching the earth. So this is called as what? This is called as partial eclipse. So if I talk about partial eclipse, then it can be seen as like, so sun is seen like this. So this is called as but partial eclipse. If I talk about annular eclipse, then what is this? Basically when the moon cover the sun, but the sun can be seen around the edges. So let's say this is sun, and let's say now what happened, moon covered it, but moon is found from the edges say you can found the moon, you can found the sun. So this is called as but annular solar eclipse. If I talk about total, then when the sun completely cover the moon, the sky becomes so dark that it appear to be night. Only a small area of on the earth can witness it. So when sun is wholly covered by the moon, it is called as total eclipse. So I hope this is clear. Next topic is 9 killed as Cyclone Sarika lashes Bangladesh flood low-lying areas. So as you all know कि बांग्लादेश में Bay of Bengal में there is a cyclone which is called as Cyclone Sarika. Cyclone Sarika. So it has affected India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka as well. So this cyclone not only actually affect India but also Bangladesh, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka. So you should know about cyclone Sarika. So ये बे ऑफ बंगाल में राइज हुआ है, very important. So next is about Chief of Defense Staff. So who is our Chief of Defense Staff? So it is Arun Chauhan, Chief of Defense Staff. Is General Arun Chauhan. So if I talk about, he is our new Chief of Defense Staff, and recently he visited Rajouri sector of Jammu and Kashmir uh, to celebrate Diwali with soldier posted on the LOC. So being an aspirant, you should know the function of Chief of Defense Staff. So what are the function? Chief of Defense Staff is described as the first among equal among the service chief. तो जो भी डिफेंस आर्मी नेवी, एयरफोर्स के जो चीफ हैं उनके ऊपर देयर इज अ बॉडी विच इज कॉल्ड एज चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ. तो he is described as the first among equal among the service chief. Second is the task of chief of defense staff is better standardized weapon procurement procedure and combining operation of the army, air force and navy. So if there are some combined operation of army, navy and air force, then who will command the chiefs of army, navy and air force? It is CDS, chief of defense staff. If I talk about chief of defense staff has the authority to create theater command as and when needed. So chief of defense staff can create theater command. Next is command tri-services agencies organization and command including those relating to cyber and space. So he can also command the issues related to cyber and space. If I talk about next, the chief of defense staff will be a member of Defense Acquisition Council chaired by Minister of Defense and Defense Planning Committee chaired by the National Security Advisor. So basically, he will be the member of two committee. First is called as Defense Acquisition Council, जिसके चेयरमैन होते हैं डिफेंस मिनिस्टर एंड डिफेंस प्लानिंग कमेटी जिसके चेयरमैन होते हैं नेशनल सिक्योरिटी एडवाइजर. ही इज द मेंबर ऑफ बोथ. Then sixth is bring about jointness and ensure optimal utilization of infrastructure of three services. तो आर्मी, नेवी, एयरफोर्स का ऑप्टिमल यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर करके jointness को बढ़ाना. It is one of the objective of chief of defense staff. Implement 5-year defense capital acquisition plan and 2-year road on annual acquisition plan as a follow-up of integrated capability development plan. Then assign inter-services prioritization and capital acquisition proposal to the government. If I talk about next, then the chief of defense staff salary perquisite will be same as the service chief and its detail will be comes under right to information. This is also very important for your prelim exam. That's it. Thank you so much.